Now let's see how we can solve this question on time. A man traveled on a journey. If he departed at 7:35 a.m. and arrived at 2:10 p.m., how long did the journey last? Now, from this question, the first thing that we need to get is our initial time, which is also called the departing time. So we have the initial time to be 7:35 a.m. and then we have the final time, which is also the arrival time, is 2:10 p.m. So the formula we are going to use to solve this is the final time minus the initial time. Okay, so let's arrange our numbers. 2:10 minus 7:35. Now, if you look at this question, you discover that it is impossible for us to take away 7 from 2, and we cannot even take away 35 from 10. All right, even if we borrow from here, it will still not be possible. So what do? What we are supposed to do is to change this final time to 24 hours reading time. This 2 is 12 hours reading time, so we change it to 24 hours reading time by doing what? By adding 12 to it, plus 12 hours. All right, so this becomes 14:10. Now it is now in 24 hours reading time, so we can now say 14:10 minus 7:35. Okay, so this is very easier to do, am I right? So just remember that if the final time is smaller and is in 12 hours reading time, ensure to change it to 24 hours reading time to make your subtraction very easy. So now let's go ahead and subtract this. Now you notice that here we have 0. Okay, here we have 0 and here we have 5. Now we cannot take this away. Even if we borrow 1 from here, we are still going to have another 0 back here, so it's going to give us a problem back to back. So what do? We come to this R14 and borrow a whole 1 hour, which is 16 minutes. All right, so borrow 1 hour, which is 16 minutes, and then we add it to this 10. So this becomes 13:70. Okay, then 7:35. Now we can subtract this one. This is very easy. Remember what we did here. We had to come to this 14 here and borrow 1 hour to join this 10, okay, which is 60 minutes. So if you add 16 minutes to this 10, it becomes 70. So you now have 70, and remember that you have taken 1 hour from here, so this is minus 1. You are going to have 13 hours left. So we can now go ahead and subtract this. If we take away 35 from 70, you're going to have 35 minutes left. Okay, and then if you take away 7 from 13, you're going to have 6 left. All right, so which means that this journey lasted for 6 hours 35 minutes. That is the duration. That is how long the journey took this man. All right, so let me just quickly do a quick summary. Now the first thing is to get the initial time, and then we get our final time, and then we subtract it. So we discover that this 2:10 is in 12 hours reading time, and so we cannot take 7:35 away from it. So what did? We changed it to 24 hours reading time by adding 12 to it. All right, so and it becomes 14:10. Okay, so now we can now do our subtraction. But then here we notice that we cannot take away 35 from 10. So we have to come to 14 and borrow 1 hour, which is 60 minutes. So if you add that 60 minutes to this 10, you will get 70. And remember, you've borrowed 1 from here, so you'll be left with 13. Then we can now take 735 away from 1370. And this will give us 6 hours, 35 minutes. It is that simple. All right. So please subscribe to this channel and watch out for other educative videos.